Hello everyone, welcome back to Elets 9th BFSI Leadership Summit. Today we have with us Mr. Shibabrata Mondal, the founder and CEO of Wizergos. Welcome to the summit, sir.
Thank you.
So, sir, what inspired you to create Wizergos and how does it differentiate from other low-code platforms?
So, see, what inspired me, if you ask me, I have to give a little bit of my background.
Yes.
So, I am actually purely from a very tech background, right? All my life, for more than 25 years, professional life, I have been into technology as engineer, manager, etc., like that. So, when we started looking at I thought I'll start a company out of India, and so one of the things that we observed was that the enterprises, which is not the software firms, not the tech firms, the banks, insurance companies, manufacturing companies, they have a need to build a really large number of applications, which are custom applications. More than 100 most of the time applications that they have, and the way they are building is that each one of them is built separately, right? But if you look at the really large tech companies, you take Cisco, HP, Google, Sun Microsystem, Oracle. That is not the approach, right? The approach is that there is layers and layers of, so it is the whole thing is architected in a way that you build a lot of layers of software and then the actual solution is really built on top of that, right? So what we thought is that is the business value we want to bring to the enterprise, right? And that is how we will drive value. So that is why we thought the way to build it is to build a platform. On top of the platform, you can now build these 100 applications, and so your efficiency will increase, and that is the value we want to bring, right? So that was really the key insight that we thought that actually everybody is trying to become software company, but they would need some help. They would have to do it in a way that the other large tech companies are doing. So that was a key, right? And if you ask me how we are different, I'll kind of try to answer that by trying to segment the market space of low code. So the low code, no code is a buzzword. Everybody uses it. There are a lot of variations, right? So it is not like one is same as the other. So the way we look at it is that there are 5 different segments at least in the low code, no code space. So one of them would be this very tech vertical specific low code, no code platform. So as an example, there could be a platform that would say that you could build AI models and test AI models without writing code in a drag and drop way. So that would be very tech vertical specific. And there are similar examples in other technology space. Similarly, there could be industry specific, right? So industry vertical. So for example, let's say there is a core banking system. There are a few new age core banking platforms who would claim that we are low code, no code core banking, which means that you can do a lot of customization using their platform, which of course the traditional also allowed a lot of customization, but they would be further more customizable, and they would call themselves low code, no code platform, right? Then the third category would be like an ecosystem, like a software ecosystem specific. So for example, Microsoft has Power Apps, which would work very well with Microsoft Dynamics, right? That is a typical prominent use case. Then there would be Salesforce Flow, which would work with the Sales Cloud, right? Or the Marketing Cloud. So that is really the third type. Then the fourth type would be what I would call no code, no rather than LOW, right? Which we typically use to build very simple applications. So I would say Google Form is an example of that. So using Google Form, even for this event, you could have done a registration or things like that, right? So you can do very simple things like that, but nobody would ever build a very core enterprisey application using that, right? And the last category is what I would call enterprise low-code platform, where the idea is that you would build high performance, highly scalable application, but with low code and highly secure. So how you deploy all of that is a very enterprise in nature, right? So you would definitely have this notion of a dev system, UAT system, production system, seamlessly. DevOps would happen, not like Google Form where you just go and build it, right? So that is the class where we are focusing on. There are of course other players in this segment, but our focus is really this enterprise grade applications.
Thank you for the detailed answer, sir. So, sir, how did you came up with the name Wizergos?
Right. So actually we pronounce it Wizergos, and it really doesn't mean, the word doesn't mean anything, but the way the word was created is basically wizard and ergonomics.
Okay.
So wizard actually means smart traditionally.
Yeah.
Ergonomics means economics of work.
Yeah.
Although ergonomics has something to do with how you sit and all of that today,
Yeah.
but it really means economics of work. So
Yeah.
since we are about more efficiently building applications, so that was the thing, that it is a smart way of building more efficient solutions.
So, sir, how have prior roles reshaped your approach to leading the Wizergos team and platform development?
So, like I said, I have been always in tech, very tech kind of roles. One thing I have learned, it's not like it was a belief always, that end of the day it is always about people. Like we can always say we are different. Like you asked, how is your low-code platform different from others? Of course, we want to be different, we would be different, but really what matters is whether your people are different, whether your culture is different, right? And that is the service that you will provide. Every product company is also a service company. You have to serve the customer well. So that is what I learned in my previous life, and in my current company, that is a focus for me. That I really want to, even when I hire junior people, there is a lot of focus to build them up, to grow them, and if they grow, they do well, then we will do well. That is really the key.
So, sir, could you share some examples of how Wizergos has accelerated digital transformation for clients?
Right. So one of our largest customer is ICICI Lombard, and we have built like 5-6 different very enterprise grade, business critical applications, right? So one of those, examples that was the first application we built was their contact center solution, right? So when they were kind of revamping their contact center solution, they were already building it using .NET and JavaScript, the typical high code kind of platform. And then they brought us in. We were actually doing another project with them at that point, and they felt that our platform would be a good solution here. And very quickly, within a month, we showed, some of the flows. It is a support kind of platform, right? So there were a lot of flows that one has to build for different kind of support requests. And we could see there was a comparison, which normally doesn't happen. You do a project only once, right? You don't do it twice to compare. So in this case, it was a lucky thing that it happened. And we could see that right off the bat, the efficiency was like 10 to 20x. And as time went by, and our team also understood the ecosystem of, ICICI Lombard and insurance company, it became even better. So that is a very good example that we give to others. And even ICICI Lombard has given, they have publicly spoken about it, where they have said that we really did brought in a lot of efficiency in this project.
So, sir, how do you think this Elets 9th BFSI Leadership Summit is bringing a change in the BFSI industry?
So Elets has been doing it for a long time. I have also come here earlier, I think twice or thrice at least. After COVID, I think I am coming here for the first time. Before COVID, we came. And one good thing about Elets events are that it brings in people from very different kind of background, right? So there are people from the government, there are people from, of course, the industry, insurance, banks, and there are vendors, of course, like us, right? And so of course, it is helping because this is a way where people can know about each other, learn about each other, and connect, and then progress, right? It is, the industry will grow when the vendors and the banks and insurance companies will work together well. So I think Elets does a really good job. It's a very good environment here and very enjoyable.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for being with us today, and we are very happy to have you.